day of our camp, and today we're going to look at the sixth Kanda of Ramayana, that is Yuddha Kanda. But before we start off, let's offer our prayers to our spiritual master. Let's offer it to Lord Ramachandra himself. Let's offer it to Lord Gauranga, who is the most merciful incarnation of the Supreme Lord. And let's also chant the Mahamantra. So I request you all to please join your palms, close your eyes, and repeat the prayers after me. Om Agnana Timirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unnilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Patale Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, thank you so much. So we've invoked the blessings of the spiritual master and the Lord himself. So let's get started. How are you all? Hope you all slept well. Hope you all are fresh and you all are waiting for the sixth day of our camp, wherein we're going to cover the Yuddha Kanda. Actually, the Yuddha Kanda is like, it's got many pages in the book, a lot of things to cover. We have 3 different videos to watch, and even the Nama Ramayana is quite big. Okay, so of course, we may not be able to cover every bit of, the Yuddha Kanda. So we're going to handpick what's really important, but then I would also suggest you please read the Valmiki version of Ramayana. Okay, so we're also going to today disclose what is the surprise gift you all are going to get. Right? Okay, so let's get started. So as always, all our sessions are dedicated to His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He's the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, the spiritual master of all of us. Okay, so where did we stop yesterday in the Sundarkand? Hanuman comes back, to Angada and the army, and he shares his joy, how he met Mother Sita, what all he did in Lanka, and they all celebrate on the way. In Madhuvan, we see how they destroy the Madhuvan because they were intoxicated by consuming honey, right? And then finally, they all come to Lord Ramachandra, and Hanuman explains his journey, how it was, and then he also hands over the hairpin Chudamani of Mother Sita, and Lord Rama breaks down again because he's in immense separation from Mother Sita. Okay, now Hanuman also tells him, Ravana has given her just 2 more months, otherwise he's going to kill her. So I think we should not delay any further. We should quickly start towards Lanka. And even Lord Rama declares, yes, we should start moving towards Lanka. Okay, so they all started walking towards the southernmost tip of India. Okay, how many millions and millions of Vanaras, Lord Rama, Lakshmana, with all the chieftains there. So everybody started walking towards the southern tip. Once they reached there, first Lord Ramachandra called for a meeting, because when they gazed upon, when they went on the tip of the mountain and looked, the ocean is vast. That's what Hanuman crossed over. Hanuman was like very powerful. But what about the other Vanaras? Lord Rama is worried. How are we going to cross this ocean? What arrangements should be made? Right? So a king is always like that. He always calls for the council of ministers, for his well-wishers, right? For elders, for spiritual. See, we also seen in the case of Dasharatha, how he called, Vasishta Muni to take his advice when he was planning to coronate Lord Ramachandra. Like that, we should always consult our elders whenever we are taking out. This is such a big, move that they are all going to make. So Lord Ramachandra calls for a meeting of all the Vanaras. So there was Angada, Dvivida, Mainda, Jambavan, Nala, Neela, Hanuman, so many, with many, many millions of Vanaras. Okay, and then he's just, devising, okay, what should we do? How are we going to cross this ocean? What are the plans? So here, Lord Ramachandra is having a meeting and discussing with the Vanaras. On the other hand, Ravanasura, okay, so now he's a bit terrorized after what Hanuman did to Ashokavana, right? And killing 80,000, Rakshasas, killing most of his chief ministers. So he's like, and he's killing his own son, Aksha. So he's like very much worried. Okay, this one monkey has caused so much of trouble. Now he also got to know when Hanuman met, he is the messenger of Lord Ramachandra. So he was thinking, okay, maybe I'm underestimating the power. So, let me also call for a meeting. So Ravana has also called his ministers for a meeting. So there is Prahasta, there is Durmukha, Vajradamshtra, Indrajit, Kumbhakarna, Vibhishana. They're all now in the palace of Ravana, and Ravana expresses his concern. Right, so he says, this is what this Vanara did, and very soon I'm sure Lord Ramachandra and Lord Lakshmana, along with the other Vanaras, are going to attack. So what do we do? Look at the havoc he's created. So when he says this, there is many of those ministers would actually like boast themselves. They would say, like, Ravanasura, why are you worried? Puny human beings and those monkeys, I can single-handedly handle. Like this, many of his ministers, they start boasting about them, and they tells Ravana, you will be the winner. Don't worry, we will emerge victorious and all that. Okay. Now, a little bit about Kumbhakarna. Of course, we all know Kumbhakarna is one of the brothers of Ravana, and he had also got a boon from, actually more than boon, it was a curse from Brahmadeva, that he would sleep for 6 months and would be awake only for one day. Actually, when they were asking for boons, when Kumbhakarna was about to ask, Lord Brahmadev invokes Mother Saraswati. Mother Saraswati is like the education department head, as I was mentioning, right? So if you need Vidya, Buddhi and all, we pray to Mother Saraswati. So he invokes and he tells her, go sit on the tongue of Kumbhakarna and make him ask for this particular boon, where he will ask that he would like to sleep for 6 months and be awake for one day. Okay, so this is how Kumbhakarna would most of the time spend sleeping, and one day he'll wake up, then again 6 months he'll go to sleep. So that particular day when Ravanasura was having the meeting, Kumbhakarna was also there, and for a minute he also gets angry. You did not tell us that, before kidnapping Sita, you did not mention anything. But okay, let's forget it. But don't worry, we will all support. So like this, Ravanasura gets assurance from everybody, because Ravana expresses, I am so much in love with Mother Sita. At any cost, I'm not going to return her back to Lord Ramachandra. Okay, so like this, each one starts telling about their strengths, and they're going to tell how, Ravana need not change his decision. They will take care of everything. Some of them will say, who is that Rama in front of you? They don't know what is the power, who Lord Ramachandra is. He's the Supreme Lord himself, right? So like this, each one will be actually, giving him a lot of confidence that they will take care. Okay. They keep telling who can defeat you and all that. So they don't know the position of Lord Ramachandra. So in the meantime, what Ravana had done was he had also sent his spies, because they would have got to know that these people have already reached the shore, the other side of Lanka, that is still in India, right? They got to know that they've reached the shore, and he wanted his spies to go and just quickly check. So first he sends Sura, right? He tells him, you just go and gauge what is the strength of Lord Ramachandra. So when he comes, what happens? He comes as a bird, right? When he comes, these Vanaras will capture him, getting to know that he's a Rakshasa, will capture him and they'll actually cut off his wings. Okay, and then the messenger pleads Lord Ramachandra, I've heard that you're very virtuous, and look at what these Vanaras are doing. So Rama says, it's okay, let him go free. Okay, so when he goes back, actually, he starts praising Lord Ramachandra in front of Ravana. He says, there are millions. Actually, when they came to estimate the power of the Vanaras, he could not, because there are like millions and millions. It's like, sand on beach. It's so difficult to identify where is the land, where are the Vanaras. So many millions and millions, right? And when he comes and starts praising Lord Ramachandra, also Ravana gets very, very angry. Okay, but then anyways, we'll come back to that. So basically we were discussing that he had also sent many of his spies. They had reached and they came and told the strength of it. Now when these people were boasting about their strength and telling Ravana not to worry, his real well-wisher was his younger brother Vibhishana. Okay, so Vibhishana actually scolds everybody. What are you people doing? Are you really Ravana's well-wisher? Okay, if you're really his well-wisher, you should estimate the power of your enemy first. See, when we actually get to know that our enemy is more powerful, we should refrain from fighting. Otherwise, we will be destroyed. Not only us, our entire dynasty, the innocent people who are dependent on us. Right? There's so many innocent Rakshasas, they're dependent on you. Everybody will be destroyed. The entire Lanka will be destroyed, because you have no idea who Lord Ramachandra and Lord Lakshmana are. So he's telling you're actually sending Ravana to the mouth of death. And he very nicely tries to explain Ravanasura that please don't do this. You have done a very, very sinful act of kidnapping somebody's wife. So please return Mother Sita. Go and beg forgiveness. Rama is very, very compassionate, very kind-hearted. He will forgive you. The moment Vibhishana says this, Ravana becomes very, very angry. He says, you're jealous of me, right? You're jealous. That is why you're saying like this. And that he humiliates him with his words. And Vibhishana says, that's enough. No, that's it. I also have my self-respect. I am not in your party anymore. I am leaving you. And I am going and joining Lord Ramachandra, who is on the path of Dharma. Right, so he says like this, and along with Vibhishana, many of his real true friends, they also join Vibhishana, and they actually come towards Lord Ramachandra. Okay, so they cross the ocean from Lanka. Okay, and because they're all Rakshasas, it's pretty easy for them, they fly. So they cross the ocean, and here when the meeting was going on, okay, Sugriva and Hanuman notices like a streak of light, that speed they're all crossing. They notices that, and they immediately, after some time, when they're a little close, identify, oh, these are Rakshasas. And Sugriva thinks, okay, now Ravana started sending Rakshasas even before the actual battle began. Never mind, we will attack them, we will kill them. Okay, and all the other Vanaras also notice, they're waiting for Sugriva's instruction. Should we go and kill those people? Okay, and when he actually arrives, Sugriva asks, who are you? Why have you come here? And Vibhishana says, I am the younger brother of Ravana. And he explains, that I've now come in seeking shelter of Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Rama says, okay, let me take a look at Vibhishana. And when Vibhishana, before Vibhishana comes, he asks all again. See, Lord Ramachandra is consulting the superiors. He asks the opinion of everybody. What do you think? Vibhishana is telling he's coming here on our side. What should we do? So many monkeys, Sugriva was dead against. He said, no, no, don't trust. See, if he's betraying his brother, what guarantee is there that he will stand by our side? Like this, so many arguments come and many are against. No, we don't want him. What if he's come here to cheat, to betray us, to help Ravana, like this? Okay. Only Hanuman, because you remember when Hanuman met Mother Sita told a very important point. She told that many people tried to tell, Ravana, and the most important person was Vibhishana. Vibhishana, whenever he would get a chance, he would tell, please return Mother Sita, don't do this. Okay, give her back to Lord Ramachandra, beg forgiveness and everything will be okay. But he would never listen to it. Okay, that was one reason. Second reason, Hanuman also gets to know that, remember when Ravana captured him, he wanted Hanuman to be killed. He orders the servants, go and kill this monkey. But it was Vibhishana who stopped and who actually told him what dharma is, that we never kill the messenger. Right? So these two reasons Hanuman quotes, and he tells Mother Sita also has a lot of regards for Vibhishana, so he cannot be our enemy. And Rama is very pleased to hear this. And when Vibhishana comes, he, in front of Rama, he pays full obeisances, dandavats. He falls flat and he begs Rama. He says, I've come here to surrender to you. Please accept me. Okay. Now, Lord Ramachandra is known as Sharanagata Vatsala. Okay. Sharanagata means whoever comes, as surrendering to him, with a lot of love, care, like a parent, he accepts them. Okay. He's very famously known as Sharanagata Vatsala. Okay, so the moment, he's seen Vibhishana, he accepted Vibhishana. All right. So, so Rama clearly tells everybody, whoever comes in shelter of me, even if tomorrow Ravana comes and says, I surrender to you, my Lord, please forgive me, I will forgive him. Right? So like this, he declares that whoever takes shelter, I will protect them. Right? And that is how Lord Ramachandra is, isn't it? Also, Lord Rama says he's from the side of Ravana, so maybe he'll also help us in the war. He can also give us some of the secrets as well. Okay, so see how kind-hearted, how wonderful Lord Ramachandra is, isn't it? Now, Sugriva goes and asks Vibhishana, when they accept, he asks Vibhishana, okay, our next move, the biggest move is, we want to cross this ocean. It's a vast ocean. What is your suggestion? What should we do? And Vibhishana very nicely tells, he says, I think Lord Ramachandra should go to Varuna. Varuna is the god of water, right? So he says he should go to Varuna and ask him, to ask him for suggestion, how he can help us so that we can cross his waters. Okay, and when Sugriva comes and tells, Rama is very happy. He says, yes, that is a very good idea. Okay, so what does Lord Ramachandra do? He goes near the shores, okay? He puts kusha grass, okay, on the ground, and he sits there to meditate. Meditate on Lord Varuna. Basically, he's calling Varuna for him. So, Lord Ramachandra sits for 3 days and 3 nights. Children, when we watch the video, I think as we have been mentioning, there could be some discrepancies because video might say some other number of days and little here and there, but please, whatever you're hearing is authentic from Valmiki Ramayana. So you can just keep that in mind. Okay, so Lord Ramachandra sits near the shores and he meditates on Varuna for 3 days and 3 nights. Now, before we proceed, this is something very important. This particular, not only this, couple of incidents happened near a place called Tirupullani. Okay, this is a place, actually this is one of the Divya Deshams. There are many Divya Deshams. So one of the Divya Deshams is Tirupullani in Tamil Nadu, which is very close to Rameshwaram. Okay, so 4 incidents happened here. The first incident is Vibhishana came and took shelter of Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra is got to be known as Sharanagata Vatsala. Then Varuna was meditated upon by Lord Ramachandra. He sat there and he meditated on Varuna. And then, Varuna also took shelter of Lord Rama here. So I'm going to tell you in the upcoming story. So that is why it's, if at all you get to visit, keep this in mind. That's why it's very nice to know the stories of, places that we're going to visit. So we'll be able to better connect with those. Okay. Now, when Lord Rama sat and meditated for 3 days and 3 nights, Varuna did not appear. This time, Rama became extremely angry. So there are 2 main incidents when Rama gets angry. Remember when Mother Sita was abducted and he was not getting any answers from anybody, where is Mother Sita? He became so angry that he just took his Brahmastra and wanted to destroy the whole universe. And Lakshmana stopped him. Likewise, now when he's seen that he's not coming, Varuna is not coming, but Rama said, oh, in this world, there is no more room for kindness, forgiveness, is it? Is that how it is? Then I will show my anger. Lord Rama becomes extremely angry. And then he also, takes his Brahmastra and he says, I'm going to dry up this entire ocean. This will be deserted forever. And since there'll be land, we can easily pass through. Like this, when Lord Rama gets angry, there are huge tides and all the fishes and tortoises, everything is, going up and up because they're being thrown by the waves. There's dark clouds, there's thundering, so much of disturbance because the Lord of the creation himself is very angry, right? So when Varuna gets to know, he becomes very upset. And immediately, when he sees that Lord Rama has taken the Brahmastra, he immediately appeared and folded his hands and begged Lord Rama to, calm down. And he says, I'm taking shelter of you. Immediately, Lord Ramachandra becomes calm. So that's why I said one more reason, one more pastime that happened here was Varuna took shelter of Lord Ramachandra. Okay, so Varuna Deva says, please forgive me. I was such a fool. I could not recognize who you are, my Lord. Please forgive me for my mistakes. And Lord Ramachandra tells, tell me what should I do? Because there are millions of Vanaras. Only few might be very, very powerful to fly, but not everybody. So we need to cross over the ocean. And Varuna says, these monkeys can throw stones and build a bridge. And I, with all my strength, will uphold it so that these stones will not drown. Okay, saying so, the stones will not sink, basically. So saying so, Varuna took permission and leaves. And he also tells, Varuna only suggested there is Nala, okay? Nala, the monkey Nala, he's actually the son of Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is an architect. See, when you're also building a house, I'm sure your mom and dad knows, before we build a house, they actually plan it. Okay, where should the bedroom be? Where should the kitchen be? Like this. So drawing that and giving a better design, how things should be, where things should be and all, the person who does that is an architect. Even they help, while building. So like that, Vishwakarma is the architect. So the wonderful palaces of Lord Indra, everything that we see is all the designs and buildings of Vishwakarma. So his son was Nala. Children, you remember? And Lord Vishnu said, I'm going to appear as Lord Rama. Lord Brahma says to all the devatas that they should go and take birth in the Vanara clan. So like this, there are so many wonderful Vanaras that we can see. And Nala was actually, he took birth so that he could construct the bridge. Okay. So as suggested by Varuna, Lord Rama called Nala and said, start building the bridge. Okay, so Nala starts the construction of the bridge. So all the monkeys are now engaged. They start carrying, stones which they are capable of. Some monkeys are able to carry huge stones. Some monkeys are able to carry small stones. Whatever is their capacity, they're carrying. And like, for example, Hanuman is carrying big, big boulders. He's just throwing it. And some monkeys are carrying pebbles, some are carrying medium-sized stones like this. So when this was happening and they were throwing in the ocean, there was one cute little squirrel. I'm just going to show that. Yeah, see, the monkeys are busy building the bridge. And you see this cute little squirrel? That squirrel is also contributing. It's taking small, small dust, small, small stones and it's throwing. So Hanuman notices this and he says, hey, squirrel, move. You're going to get crushed. We're all carrying such big, big stones. We are walking. Without seeing, we might crush you. Please move aside. Okay. When Hanuman says this, Lord Ramachandra comes and talks to Hanuman. He says, see, you're all serving me in your own capacity. Likewise, that little squirrel is also serving with her capacity. She's very small. So whatever she's able to carry in those tiny hands, she's doing, and I'm accepting her service. So that is how the Lord is, right? With whatever is our capacity, whatever our talented. Maybe some of you are very good in singing, some of you are very good in art, some of you might be good in dancing, right? And with whatever talents we've been gifted, with whatever capacity, maybe some of us can sit for 1 hour, do classes, do reading. Maybe some of us only can do for 15-20 minutes with the capacity given to us. If we actually serve the Lord only looks at our intention. Okay, that's why another name for Lord Ramachandra is Bhavagrahi Janardana. Okay, Bhava means the mood of the person who is serving him. The mood of the servitor is what he looks at. Okay, this person is serving me. What is his mood? His mood is to please me. His mood is that he loves me. That is all Lord Ramachandra is going to look at. Okay, so likewise, he looked at the mood of the little squirrel. It wanted to somehow contribute, little contribution it was doing, but the Lord generously accepted it. Such wonderful Lord is our Ramachandra, right? So we learned two names of Lord Rama. I mean, two qualities, and the name associated with this. One is Sharanagata Vatsala, one who offers protection even to the most horrible demon. So he told, right, even if Ravana comes, I'm ready to give him shelter. All we have to say is, Lord, I'm yours, and please accept me. Second thing we understood was he's known as Bhavagrahi Janardhana. Okay, so he looks at the mood of the person who is serving and accepts that. Okay, so it's not like I need to be very rich. I offer everything in silver bowls, silver plates, gold. No, if I just have a small mud pot and I offer a glass of water, but with lot of love, putting tulasi, Lord will accept. He says, no, patram pushpam phalam toyam. So what he expects is not what you are offering, but how are you offering that offering? Okay, so even if you're offering something very little, something very simple, but if there's lot of love and devotion, Lord will accept it. Okay, so I mean, this is where even I think you've heard casually people telling, I'm just doing small alil seva. They say alil seva, squirrel seva. I'm not able to do something big, but I'm contributing, little like the alilu. Okay, this is where the terminology came from. Okay, now Lord Rama, so basically what happened, they continued under the instruction and guidance of Nala and of course Lord Ramachandra's blessings. They were able to build the bridge in few days, because we had to keep in mind that Sita Devi has very few days left, right? Otherwise Ravana is going to eat her. So they built the bridge, and the bridge was 10 yojanas wide and 100 yojanas long. Oh, what a big, humongous bridge. It's still there, right? So yes, it was a huge, big bridge that was built, and all of them, once it was ready, happily started crossing the bridge. Actually, Hanuman carried Lord Ramachandra, Angada carried Lakshmana, and other Vanaras started walking. They all crossed the bridge and they reached Lanka. Okay. So they started walking and they reached Lanka. So as I told you, today we're going to watch 3 videos. So till now, whatever we have discussed, confronting the ocean. Okay, we're going to watch that video. Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to play that video for you.
Quiet. How do we cross over to the other side?
We will need thousands of boats for these great troops.
Then we can build a bridge.
A bridge? Do you know how many years it will take to construct such a long bridge?
If it was only Mother Sita to be rescued, I'd fly to Lanka and accomplish the mission myself quite easily.
We have to rescue not only Sita, but others too. Ravan must be destroyed, or else there will be no lasting peace on earth.
Listen, all of you. A demon named Vibhishan, a brother of Ravan, comes in peace, seeking refuge.
He disagreed with his brother and protected me in Ravan's palace. I have observed his honest nature for myself. I see no fault in his joining our forces.
I agree with Hanuman. You're now amongst friends.
Bless me, O Lord. I have overheard your discussion on how to cross over to Lanka. I'd like to suggest you pray to the sea god and ask him for his help.
That's good advice, Vibhishan.
For 7 days and 7 nights, Ram prayed to the sea god. On the 8th dawn, the god revealed himself. Righteous Ram, build a bridge with stones. Inscribe your name on each stone, and the stones will not sink in the ocean. Instead, they will support you. Not only monkeys, but all the living creatures from the mountains and the seas shall help you build this bridge, and the gods will bless you with success.
Now, let's start. Let us build the bridge.
रघुपति चरण स्पर्श वरदानम भवति काष्ठवत् दृढ़ पाषाणम रघुपति चरण स्पर्श वरदानम भवति काष्ठवत् दृढ़ पाषाणम स्पर्श पुनीत शिलाखंडानपि जलति जलकारे सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे श्री राम सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे खलु संकरणीय शिला भवति खलु संकरणीय राम कृपा चिर संस्मरणीय राम कृपा चिर संस्मरणीय जय 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 श्री राम जयति जय मंत्रं पाठयरे जय 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 श्री राम जयति जय मंत्रं पाठयरे यत्र एकता तत्र सफलता भक्ति यत्र तत्र सफलता यत्र एकता तत्र सफलता भक्ति यत्र तत्र सफलता राम नाम अंकिता चरित्रं धर्यासा संयोजय सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे सागर उर्निर्धारित कृत्वा पदैः तारयरे सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे सेतुं बन्धे श्रीराम सेतुं बन्धे
Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed that part of the video. Yes, so we've seen how Lord Ramachandra built the bridge, crossed the bridge with all the Vanaras. Okay, so let's continue. Give me 1 minute, I'll share my screen. Okay, so they all reached Lanka, crossing the bridge. Now, all the Vanaras were ready to fight. But something very wonderful, children, something very important that we should know, which is mentioned in Valmiki Ramayana, is none of the Vanaras, none of the monkeys had any weapons. Can you believe? No mace, no sword, nothing, no arrows, no bows, nothing. Their only weapons were stones, maybe stones and trees, or sometimes maybe use their claws. So, this is all what they were using, right? Except maybe Hanuman and Sugriva knew a bit of mace fighting, but otherwise, all the other monkeys were totally dependent on, stones and trees. Whereas, if we look on the other side, the Ravana's army, they had great generals, they had many extremely powerful, weapons, so many astra, shastra, so many things, right? Because they'd used all that and they defeated demigods, right? So they fought extremely well in their previous battles. So it shows. So basically, if you compare the strengths of Rakshasas and Vanaras, for a minute, we will conclude that Vanaras will surely lose, right? Because Rakshasas are so powerful, they have so many, equipment with which they can defeat. But what did the Vanaras have? Let me see. Why would the Vanaras? So there are mainly two things. Let me see. How many of you are going to answer this? Because only I'm speaking from that time. So what are the two things that Vanaras had, which concludes, which gives us an assurance that they're going to win the battle? Let's see. I'm waiting for your answers. I think the song was Setum Bande, building the Setu, something like that. It's not somewhere mentioned in the Ramayana, but yeah, it was just a background effect given. Stones, okay. Yes, they had Lord Ramachandra, they had devotion, mainly, yes, Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Lord, fantastic. And they were actually fighting on the side of Dharma. Of course, wherever the Lord is, Dharma is. So when they say, no, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. The one who protects Dharma, Dharma will in turn protect them. Devotion to Lord Rama's support. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic. Right? So this tells us that we don't need anything very powerful. If we have the devotion, that means Lord is towards us. First thing is we should be on the side of Dharma. That means we should always do things that are right, that are prescribed in the scriptures. As I told you, simple things, be humble, be gentle, be truthful, right? Don't try to cheat people. These are all sinful things. So when you're doing all this, the Lord will stay away. Okay, you like to do all that, you do. Lord will not be on our side. Okay, but when we are virtuous, always thinking of, okay, what is right, what is wrong. We have that power of discrimination, and if we choose the rightful path, Lord will also walk with us, and we don't have to fear anybody. We don't need six packs. We don't have to go to gym and all. The devotion will protect us. Okay. Right. So, yes, ultimately, we should know that Dharma will win. That's why, please, always, children, do good things, be with good people, learn good things. Okay, never take shelter of all these bad and negative things. They're all temporary. They will destroy you. Okay. Now, as we were discussing earlier, I just partially mentioned. So Ravana had sent, see, when Ravana got to know that now they've even come on the side, they've crossed the ocean, and now they've actually come to the shores of Lanka. So then Ravana said, okay, now let me try to get a proper estimate. He again sends, Shuka and Sharana. Okay, he sends Shuka and Sharana as spies to gauge the power of the enemy. So these two come as disguised as Vanaras, and immediately Vibhishana identifies them. And Vibhishana wants to punish them again. When they take shelter of Lord Rama, he says, okay, let them go. Not only that, Lord Rama also tells them, you've come to, see, gauge what is our power. You want to estimate, go to every corner and do it. Nobody will stop you. Don't worry. Why? Because Rama was very confident that he was doing it for the right cause, and there was no need to hide any information from the enemy. Whereas Ravana is very scared. What will be their strength? How many weapons are they carrying? Why? Because he always has the fear that, what if I get defeated, right? But Lord Rama knows, because he's fighting for Dharma, he will win, and there was no need for him to fear anybody, right? So this Ashoka and Sharana comes and they gauge, and they also go back. When they go back, both of them, they start praising Lord Rama. They said these monkeys wanted to kill us, but Rama is so kind-hearted, so compassionate, right? So he just allowed us to even gain the strength, understand the strength of the Vanaras, and he let us free. The moment Ravana heard this, he said, I would have just killed you both for praising my enemy in front of me. But then, okay, I recollected the past services that you have done, so I'm sparing you. Just go away from here. Okay, like this he says, and he scolds them. Okay, and now he's thinking, okay, what do I do? They've already reached here. Maybe I will fasten up my process of making Sita, my queen. I will fasten it up. Okay, so he wants to go and Sita, but before that, what he does is, there's a magician. These Vanaras are known for a lot of mystic powers, magic tricks. So I think there's somebody called Vidyutjiha. Okay, Ravana calls that person, that Vidyutjiha, who's quite good at creating all the illusions and all that. And he tells him, see, now I'm going to go tell Sita that, see, your Rama and all came to the shores, and when they were sleeping, I went and I cut off their throats. That's mean as in our chief ministers went and they've cut off everybody's throats. So your Hanuman, Rama, Lakshmana, everybody are dead. And to show you the proof, here is the head of Lord Rama. So when I say that, you have to create that illusion. You have to create that head of Lord Rama, maybe his bow, his arrow, everything. You have to create that so that Sita will believe me. This is the plan Ravana makes. Saying so, he comes to the Ashoka Vana and he tells Sita that, see, our ministers, our great Rakshasas killed everybody. Forget about Lord Rama. If you don't believe, you can, he'll just say, okay, you can bring that head of Lord Rama. And when Mother Sita sees the head that Ravana is, because it was made so perfectly that it was actually matching the features of Lord Rama. Okay, when she sees, she just faints, she bursts into tears and she faints. And she regains consciousness and she's crying and sobbing. And, Ravana is telling, see, I told you he's a puny human. Now forget him. There's no other hope for you. You just come to me. But Mother Sita says, no, take me wherever my Lord is. Without him, I'm nothing. So you can kill me also. Wherever he is, you can kill me. Like this. So while this discussion is happening, some messenger of Ravana comes and he tells something in the ears. He says that Prahasta, your most important chief minister is calling you. It's something very urgent, like that. So Ravana becomes a little tensed and immediately he walks out of that Ashoka Vana. Okay, the moment he walks out, he sees that, Mother Sita sees that illusion, Rama's face, and, Rama's head, bow, and arrow, everything also vanishes. Okay, so while Ravana is going, he will tell Vibhishana's wife. Okay, he tells, just go and console her. Console Sita, she mustn't do something to herself. Okay, saying like this, Ravana goes inside. So here, Vibhishana's wife, she comes and she consoles Mother Sita. She says, I actually was hiding behind the tree and I heard their plan. So this is not true. Lord Rama, Lord Lakshmana, Hanuman, everybody are safe. So don't worry about it. Okay, like this she says, and she consoles. Okay, Vibhishana's wife's name is Sarama. Okay, Sarama consoles Mother Sita. And she tells this was just a trick. Don't worry. Okay, now both the parties are all set, and the day of battle is about to begin. So on the day one, the battle day, okay, Ravana was actually seated on top of, his throne. And here, Lord Rama, Lakshmana, everybody climbs on top of the mountain and they just gaze. And Lord Rama is like appreciating Lanka. He says, "Oh, wow, what a wonderful city this is. How prosperous," right? So Lord Rama is just looking and appreciating. And while he is doing that, Sugriva is also gazing upon the city and his eyes falls on. So basically, we're not talking about Ravana sitting inside his palace, okay? He's sitting on the terrace, he's also like estimating the power of these people, and there also he's sitting on the throne. So Sugriva's eyes falls on Ravana and he immediately becomes enraged because he just recollects how badly he has taken Mother Sita. So without thinking, what Sugriva does is he climbs, or rather he jumps from the mountain and he immediately goes and attacks Ravana. He starts punching him left, right, and center. Okay, he starts beating him up and they start rolling. In fact, they even fall from the walls, okay, of the city, and they start rolling and fighting. And at one point, Sugriva is so powerful actually. He starts punching and Ravana is becoming weak. Suddenly Ravana thinks, "Oh, okay, so now my physical power is of no use." So he starts using his magical powers. The moment he starts using his magical power, what Sugriva does, he leaves that place and he comes back to Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra actually, tells him, "It really touched my heart, whatever you did," because he was genuinely very angry, isn't it? Somebody has taken Mother Sita and Lord Ram, our Lord, is in so much of pain. So Lord says, "It really touched my heart. But then please next time don't do such hasty things, because you're the king. And if something happens, what will happen to these Vanaras who are dependent on you? And I will have to kill the Rakshasas, bring Mother Sita, and I'll also have to harm myself, because I will always feel bad that because of me you left your body. So next time, please think twice." Okay, so like this, Lord Rama advises him. Now, before the beginning of the battle, Lord Rama once takes a look at the army, his own army, and the people over there. He's already gazed upon Lanka. And we all know how soft-hearted, like lotus petals, Lord Rama's heart is very, very soft, very gentle, very compassionate. And Lord Rama is just, thinking, because he can see everything, right? He's thinking, so many people will die. Our own Vanaras will die. So many innocent Rakshasas will die. So many people will die. So he tells Vibhishana, "I want to give Ravana one last chance." Okay, he says, "Please call Angada and we will send a message to Ravana that it's still not late. Let him hand over Sita to me. I will forgive him." See how large-hearted, what all pain Lord Rama went through, and with great difficulty he built the bridge, he collected the Vanar army, he reached still there also. See, this is like, he's a parent, right? He's our father. So he's very compassionate towards every living entity. So he felt sorry for all those who are going to die, and he says, "Okay, let's send Angada. Okay, let Angada go." So Angada goes to Ravana, and he tells this message, and Ravana becomes furious. He says, "At any cost, I'm not going to give back Sita." And in fact, he tells the Rakshasas to kill him. And Angada is also equally powerful. He defeats them and he comes back. And while coming back, he says, "Your death is for sure," right? Because you're so stubborn. You watch and see what Lord Ramachandra is going to do, and he comes back, right? So like this, and then Rama sees, okay, there's no escape from this. So the battle has to begin. So on the first day, so many on the sides of, Rakshasas and also Vanaras, but many Rakshasas like Dhumraksha, Kampana, Prahasta, all great, great people. Not only on day one, like across days, so many of Rakshasas died. So Indrajit was also there when Ravana is becoming a little shaken up. "All my chieftains are dying. What am I supposed to do?" Indrajit says, "Don't worry. I'm going to go on behalf of you and I will fight with them." Now again, Indrajit has a lot of mystic powers. He's extremely well versed in using magical powers, right? So what he does, he, kind of disappears and he uses the serpent weapon. Okay, it's called the Naga Pasha. Naga is serpent, Pasha is like it binds you. So when it binds, what it does, it'll bind you, and little by little, it'll start choking till you die. Okay, so he uses this Naga serpent, and both Lord Rama and Lakshmana, they fall down and they become unconscious. Now Sugriva and all the Vanaras are worried. What are we going to do? Our Lord is unconscious. How are we going to revive him? At that time, you can see Garuda, right? The carrier of Lord Vishnu and the greatest devotee of Lord Vishnu. They can see him flying and coming. Okay, so he comes, he appears, and first thing is he gently embraces Lord Rama because it's the Supreme Lord, right? He embraces Lord Rama. Now, we all know, I think you all have learned the food chain in your school, right? So, I mean, in nature, that is how it is. Small creatures get eaten by little big creatures, then they get eaten by medium-sized creatures like this. So, as for the food chain, snakes get eaten usually by eagles, right? And so the moment these serpents which were there, they seen Garuda, they got scared because Garuda is going to eat them off. So they all started running from there. So like this, the serpent weapon, the Nagapasha, released the Supreme Lords, and they came back to conscious. So the battle went on and on like this. Many of them were killed. And Ravana came once to fight with Rama so bravely. Okay, there's a beautiful description of how they fight, right? So again, the complete description we may not be able to give. And Rama actually defeats him. He destroys his chariot, he kills his charioteer, and Ravana is left with no more weapons, right? So literally he's unarmed. And according to the rule in the battle, if anybody is unarmed, they'll not be attacked. Okay, so Lord Rama feels pity and he says, you know what, Ravana, you fought very bravely, but then you're also looking quite tired, so go take rest and come back again, we'll fight. See, again, the mercy of the Lord. Okay, so he's giving him another chance. Okay, you can go, right? But when he was spared like this, instead of being grateful to the Lord, Ravana became very disgusted about himself. He said, a puny human, he spared my life. What is happening? And he's fuming. Okay, but he also recollects all the curses that he accumulated in his lifetime. Do you remember? First, he got cursed from Vedavati that there'll be a woman, I'll be the cause, basically. That's what she says of your death. Then Anaranya says, you're calling us puny, you're making fun of our human race, so there'll be a great human king who will be born and he's going to kill you. Then there is Nalakuvara, right? So he's the son of Kubera. And when Ravana misbehaves with his wife, he gets very angry and curses him, right? So there'll be a woman who will be the cause of death. And then there is Nandi. So he makes fun of Nandi, calling him monkey-faced, and Nandi curses him, telling, clan of monkeys will destroy your dynasty. So for a minute, all that is coming in front of him, all the curses, all the wounds. And maybe for a minute, he thinks, I should have maybe listened to Vibhishana's advice. I think I made a mistake, but now it is too late, right? I cannot give back Sita. Saying so, he says, it's time we wake up Kumbhakarna. As we already seen, right, how Kumbhakarna sleeps. See, you can see this is the day of battle, and you can see, so sweet, the monkeys only using stones and trees to fight against these people who are carrying spears, swords, everything, right? So now Ravana thinks, okay, I have to wake up Kumbhakarna. And we discussed about Kumbhakarna. He sleeps for 6 months, he's awake only one day. But then Ravana needs his help because he's losing all his very, very important, prominent people. So what he does, he sends many, many elephants, soldiers, everybody to wake up this huge, demon, Kumbhakarna. Right? So he wakes up Kumbhakarna and he tells him it's time for you to go into the battlefield. So when Kumbhakarna comes, again, there's a nice description, but Rama killed him. You know how? He shot arrows first and he broke all his limbs first. He removed all his limbs. After that, he used one of the most powerful weapon. It's called the Aindra weapon. Okay, and he chopped off his head, Kumbhakarna's head. So his body fell into the ocean and his head went flying and fell somewhere on the streets of Lanka. Okay, so now when Kumbhakarna also died, Ravana is like, what is happening? I'm losing all my powerful people. Right? So he didn't know what to do and he was very, very upset again and again. Maybe, the thought was coming, I should have listened to Vibhishana. Right? So now comes Indrajit again. Indrajit says, see, I had defeated them. So don't worry, father. I'm there. I will go and fight. Okay, so again, Indrajit uses his mystic powers and he hits Rama and Lakshmana. And this time, not only Rama and Lakshmana, most of the, prominent Vanaras and Bear, Jambavan, Sugriva, so many of them get hurt very badly. Jambavan is very, very badly wounded. Okay, and only two people do not get hurt. That is Vibhishana and Hanuman. They were not wounded. Other than that, everybody, so many Vanaras lose their lives and so many are wounded, many are unconscious, right? So like this, and after some time, Jambavan gains consciousness. And the first question, what he asks Vibhishana is Hanuman awake? Is he safe? Is he not wounded? And Vibhishana is a little surprised. He's asking, he's asking Jambavan, how come you're not asking about Lord Rama, Lord Lakshmana, you're asking about Hanuman? And Jambavan tells only one thing, if Hanuman is safe, then all of us are, because he can protect all of us. So that is the, power of Hanuman, and that is the faith they all had in Hanuman. Okay, so now he looks around and he says, so many Vanaras are dead. Here the Supreme Lords, they are unconscious. So Jambavan calls Hanuman and he tells, you have to go to the Himalayas and you have to bring Mrita Sanjeevani. So one of the most powerful herb, and 3 more herbs he tells. So Mrita Sanjeevani is, as the name itself says, Mrita Sanjeevani. Somebody who's dead, it can even revive. So he's telling, give it to all our Vanaras. So many are dead. They'll all come back to life. And our lords also will come back to conscious, and our wounds will be healed. So he gives the names. Now when Hanuman, the moment he gets instruction, he jumps and he goes towards Himalayas. When he goes and lands on this, Dronagiri mountain, he's confused. Okay, which herb was he talking about? Time is running. What do I do? So Hanuman will not waste a minute. You know what he does? He carries, this is how he took a leap, and you can see Hanuman carrying the entire Dronagiri himself. He brings the whole mountain. Okay, how powerful Hanuman is. Okay, and then when he brings, the medicine, the herbs are given, and Rama, Lakshmana gains consciousness. Many wounded Vanaras become, cleared of their wounds, and so many dead Vanaras come back to life as well. Okay, so yeah, you can see here how, Lakshmana was actually more hurt, and Sanjeevani brings him back to life. So let's watch another video. The war begins. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to play that video.
Members of the council, we are facing an outbreak of war. What do you have to say, Prahast?
Your Majesty, you as the great Lord of Lanka need not have called this council just to consider this ridiculous threat from a handful of men and monkeys. Just send a couple of my men who are not even present at this council, and they will surely wipe out Ram's army.
You called me, O Ram?
Yes, brave prince of the Vanaras. Please, listen to what I have to say, carefully. For these many months, I've been thinking only of defeating Ravan. And now, my dream is about to come true. However, I have considered this matter over and over again, and I have concluded that I can stop this fight, even now, if my wife Sita and other captives are released, and they ask for shelter under me.
Quiet!
You are no doubt surprised, but the shedding of blood should be avoided, and real peace should come back to the three worlds. To ensure this, I am ready to forgive and forget the misdeeds of Ravan. Angad, could you carry this message to Ravan?
I understand. I will surely convey your message to Ravan.
Thank you, Angad.
Is that all you have to say to me? Well then, Angad, that's your name, isn't it? Here is my answer.
How despicable! Is this how you treat a messenger who comes in peace? Ravan! Ravan, I have your answer. And now I will carry your answer to Ram. The next time I see you, it will be on the battlefield!
Now, tomorrow morning, when the first rays of the sun touch the mountain tops, the battle will begin. I ask all of you present here, will you fight for justice and for Ram?
Hey! All hail to Ram! All hail to Supreme!
Jai 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 Rakshasapati Jai 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 Hey. Jai 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 Rakshasapati Jai 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 Hey.
I pray to you, oh gods, I pray to you. Please, please protect Ram. Protect my husband.
The day began well for us, O king, but now the two armies seem equally matched. Our men are beginning to tire.
Let them withdraw at once then and rest a while.
Respected one, that will only lead to our defeat. Let us send Kumbhakarna's sons, Kumbha and Nikumba. The tired soldiers can fall back to defense, but we shall keep up the pressure on the enemies until sunset.
Yes. At sunset, Ram will stop the battle for the day to tend to the wounded and to cremate the dead with honor.
Good. I will send forth Kumbha and Nikumba.
Indrajit, what are you saying? Prahast and Kumbh have both been killed?
Yes, father. It is unfortunate, but true.
I never thought Ram's army had anyone to match them. It is time to review our strategy. It cannot be helped under the circumstances. Indrajit, arouse Kumbhakarna from his sleep.
I won't fight you with bare hands, because you're skillful enough to fight with weapons in dead earnest. was good for you that I lost my mace. Now get up and fight.
Wait! Stop wherever you are. I am Ram, the Prince of Ayodhya, son of Dashrath.
Give away your stupid fools. So, you are Ram. You are a skillful swordsman, I hear. You are annoying me. Go away. Play with the little monkeys.
It has grown dark, and even with Kumbhakarna in the field, the battle goes on and on.
Father, I'll go to the battlefield and bring you a report.
Yes, Indrajit, my son.
Go.
Give me Kumbhakarna. I am only doing my duty.
Hail to the Prince of Ayodhya!
And your brother.
May I talk with you for a moment? We have almost used up all the herbs around this area, but they don't heal the wounds inflicted by Indrajit at all.
What? What news is this?
Oh, God. Oh, God, I have already lost my beloved wife, Sita. And now I'm going to lose my dear, dear brother, Lakshman. If I lose him, what else would be left for me?
Brace yourself, Ram. You cannot grieve and fret like this. Your despair will damage the morale of our troops, more than the enemy's arrows. Please, do not worry, Ram. Sita surely must be alive.
Alive? But I saw Sita slain before my very eyes.
I know. It must be one of Indrajit's magic tricks.
A magic trick? What?
Yes, and we must not allow his tricks to perplex us. Your grief will only give him strength. Indrajit's strength lies in his magical powers. The only way to take these powers away from him is to attack Indrajit while he performs his tantric rites in the cave of Nikumbhila. Indrajit makes it a rule to perform a religious ceremony. He offers sacrifices to the goddess Nikumbhila. From the evening hours, way until nightfall, he gains his extraordinary magical powers through this ceremony.
I see. No. We still have so many soldiers wounded. My brother Lakshman, for instance. No, I think it will be very hard for us to attack Nikumbhila cave now.
Ram. In the Himalayas.
Yes, the Himalayas. What about them? You rest back, Jambavan. Talk to me.
I know there are some herbs there that can heal our wounds in the Himalayas.
The Himalayas? Oh, I'm afraid that's too far away. Ram. Lakshman.
There he is! Hanuman has come! Jai! 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 Here comes Hanuman!
But what has he got on his shoulders? He's carrying something.
That is a mountain he is carrying. Along with the herbs, he has brought the whole mountain!
Hanuman, the herbs are on this mountain.
Yes. Look for the landmarks where I have stuck trees in the soil. Hurry. Apply the herbs to Lakshman's wounds.
Yes, it's a miracle.
At last.
Brother Ram. Oh, Lakshman, you have regained consciousness.
Hanuman, you too are a beloved brother to me.
Oh, Indrajit, my son.
My beloved son slew an illusion of Sita. I shall now slay the real one. Anyone so devoted to Ram deserves to die.
Will you now add to your sins by killing Sita, an innocent woman? Look at Prahast, look at Kumbha, Nakumbha, and Kumbhakarna. Each one fought bravely and died a hero's death. Even Indrajit died in battle. You who are brother, father, king to them all, do you want to disgrace their memory? The time has come for both of us to go forth and avenge our kinsmen.
I understand. But you will stay here and protect our women and children. Do you hear? No power on earth can crush me. Not even Ram's.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video. And we can see how Kumbhakarna dies. I'm also going to tell how Indrajit was killed. Just a second, I'll share my screen. Okay, so when once Lakshmana comes back to consciousness, he is the one who kills Indrajit. Okay, so now when all this is happening, Lord Indra, sends his personal chariot to Lord Rama. He also sends some very powerful celestial weapons and some armor, everything, because he knows now it's time, because Indrajit is also dead, and we can see that Ravana himself is going on the battlefield, right? So Indra gifts Lord Ramachandra with all this. Okay, so at the end of this, again, the battle between them is amazing. Okay, you have to read the whole description in the Valmiki Ramayana book. Wonderful description as to how they attack each other and how they counterattack each other. It's wonderful. Okay, so at the end of the battle, on with the help of Vibhishana, of course, Lord Rama sends a blazing golden arrow. Okay, that is the Brahmastra. And with that, Ravana dies. Okay, so the day when Ravana died, it is known as Vijaya Dashami. I'm sure you all have Dasara holidays, right? So immediately after your midterm or something, usually you will have the 10 days or 11 days of holidays, which we call it as Dasara. So 10th day, Dashami. Okay, Dashami means 10th day, Vijaya means victory. So on the 10th day, the victory was obtained. Victory of what? Good over evil, right? Dharma over adharma, right? So that is why we celebrate it as Vijaya Dashami. Okay. Now, Lord Rama sends Hanuman. He says, please bring Mother Sita to me. And Hanuman goes, pays his respects to Mother Sita, and he tells Rama is waiting for you. Now, when they're walking and coming, Hanuman says, these Rakshasis, they trouble you, isn't it? Give me orders, mother. I'm going to just kill them all. Okay. Now, Mother Sita, such a sweet mother of ours, she says, don't harm them. They were just following the instructions of their master. Now, who is the new master once Ravana died? Obviously, Vibhishana was made the king of Lanka. So she's telling now they have a new master. I'm sure they'll also follow the path of religion. So children, it's so important that the head of the family, or the one who's ruling our country, they should be very pious, very, very very much on the righteous path, then all the citizens will follow. If they're only thieves and, rogues, then obviously the entire country will be misled. Okay, so when Hanuman hears this, he understands how merciful Mother Sita is, right? So he just appreciates her mercy towards these Rakshasis, and finally they walks towards Lord Ramachandra. So once they come, now remember in Ramayana Kanda we had discussed how Mother Sita, the actual mother, was given to Agni Deva for protection, and Maya Sita was taken. So the duplicate of Mother Sita, who was an incarnation of Vedavati. She was the one who was this, in this entire 1 year, she was the one who was actually under the captive of Ravana. Okay, it was not Mother Sita. So again, there was a fire lit and the exchange had to happen, right? So the Maya Sita went back to Agni and our original Mother Sita came out of Agni. Now, this is something very unfortunate that people don't know. They only blame Rama, telling, oh, he sent, Sita Devi into Agni Pariksha and all that. It's not any Agni Pariksha. It's basically the exchange had to happen. Okay, that is why, this getting into the fire was done. Okay, and after that, all of them got on to the Pushpaka Vimana. Now, this Pushpaka Vimana, we've already heard its glory. It's so wonderful. If there are millions and trillions of people, it will expand. If there are very few people, it will shrink. Now, everybody, the Vanaras, everybody wanted to go along with Lord Rama. See, also Lord Rama's exile had come to an end, so he had to return back to Ayodhya. So all the Vanaras, everybody wanted to go along with Lord Ramachandra. And the Pushpaka Vimana accommodated everybody. Okay, so before going, before leaving, something very wonderful. One is Lord Rama coronated Vibhishana, because again, see, we always discuss a kingdom without a king is like a child without a parent. So he had to replace Ravana's position by Vibhishana. Also, Vibhishana was very dharmic. So Rama was very confident that he's going to rule the entire country wonderfully. Right? So that was one. Another beautiful thing what our dear Rama did is, so many Rakshasas died. You know what Rama did? Personally, he performed the final rites of all of them. Right? How wonderful our Lord is. Right? So he performed all the final rites of the dead Rakshasas. Okay? So now what happens? Dashami was the day when he killed Ravana. Then, we have the Paurnami, which comes. And from Paurnami, 15 days has passed by. So on the day of Amavasya, from Paurnami to Amavasya, the 15 days, right? So after 15 days is Amavasya, right? So during the daytime of Amavasya, the Pushpaka Vimana was called, and Lord Rama, Mother Sita, Lord Lakshmana, Hanuman, and many Vanaras actually boarded the Pushpaka Vimana. Okay, so it actually looked with so many people. So we were saying, no, it is like a floating city, but this time it was looking like a floating country. So many people, and it had expanded accordingly. Okay, so they started heading back towards Ayodhya. On the way, yes, of course, they stopped in many places like Bharadwaja Rishi's ashrama, like this, multiple places to express their gratitude. And, once they were coming close to Ayodhya, it was almost sunset. And it was actually the last day of Lord Rama's exile. And do you remember what Bharata had told? If the Lord does not come back once he finishes the exile, I'm going to enter into fire and I'm going to give up my life. So since it was already, late, what Lord Rama did is he first sent, Hanuman. He told Hanuman, go and immediately give this information to Bharata that we are already reaching Ayodhya. So that was one task. Another task he gave him is, please invite Guha to our kingdom. Okay, he wanted to invite Guha. So it was just in time that Hanuman went, because Bharata was about to give up his life in the fire. He stopped him and he said, your brother, our Lord, is here in Ayodhya. Okay, so it was almost evening, right, by the time they were reaching. And Amavasya means what? There's no moon in the sky, it's dark. So what Bharata did, the moment he got to know that his brother, sister-in-law, his brother's sister-in-law, and many more wonderful Vanaras are coming, he made sure the entire Ayodhya was lit up. Okay, it was looking like a garland of lights. That's why we celebrate Deepavali. Vali means, like garland of what? Deepa, of the lights. Please know this. So next time when you actually celebrate Vijayadashmi, you can again meditate on Lord Rama when you're celebrating Deepavali. Usually we only go burst crackers. We don't tend to actually understand the, the greatness behind the celebrations, right? So this is why Lord Bharata asked everybody to light up the entire Ayodhya, and the darkness was vanished, there was light, and everybody not only invited Lord Rama to Ayodhya, they were also inviting him to our hearts. So we should also do this, children. We should make our heart so soft, because when the Lord wants to come and sit, if you have a hard heart, like a stone, how will he sit? He feels very uncomfortable. So hard means what? Being rude, anger, all these bad qualities if we have, then our heart will be very hard. We cannot invite the Lord into our hearts. So let's make our hearts gentle, humble, qualities that will please Lord Rama, so that we can welcome him into our hearts. Okay, so then finally they reached, as you can see, they're all alighting out of the Pushpaka Vimana, and Lord Rama was made the emperor of the entire world. Okay, so something very great. Everybody has been waiting for the past 14 years, right? So Mother Sita was the queen, and Lord Ramachandra's Bharata was so happy to hand it over to Lord Ramachandra. Okay. Yes, so we'll see one video of the final battle where Ravana is killed, and then we can discuss the sacred spot. Just give me 1 minute.
Fire and damnation!
He looks like Vishnu himself on his Garuda.
You are right. He does.
This battle between you and I shall be the end of it all. Citizens of Lanka, take heed! Your king, Ravan, whom you consider a symbol of eternal power, watch him die at the hands of a mere mortal.
Ram, just tell me where your conceit comes from, huh? Your boastful lips will never speak such words again. Brave soldiers of Lanka, you know only too well who is the mightiest of all here. Come on, Ram. Fight!
So be it, Ravan. Fight. Now he's dead. Huh? I can't believe my own eyes.
Thought I was finished, did you? Wait till I get my hands on you. Let's you get out of this one.
What power is this greater than mine?
Oh, you're going too far now, I tell you! Don't you dare! Give up, Ram! Give up!
Shanti, Shanti.
May you rest in peace, Brother Ravan.
It is all over. Soldiers of Lanka, King Ravan has gone back to Mother Earth. Give up fighting. Lay down your arms and devote yourselves to restore the glory of your country with your new king, Vibhishan.
Ram.
Sita.
Ram! thank you all. But when I think of the people who died for me, I feel sad. I will meditate and pray for them from now on and beg their forgiveness.
You don't need to do that. All you need is to live in peace with Ram, to make their death a glorious sacrifice.
I will remember what you said, Sugriva.
Vibhishan, the new king of Lanka, presents Ram and Sita with the Viman, the flying chariot, to return to Ayodhya. As they return, Sita gazes at Ram with mixed feelings, happy to be reunited with him after a long period of separation, and sorrowful too for the precious lives lost for her sake in the avoidable war. Ayodhya celebrates the safe return of their beloved king, and they live happily thereafter. A few years later, Ram returns to the heavens, and Sita returns to Mother Earth.
So hope you all liked it. Yes, so that was the final battle. Okay, just give me 1 minute. So just to recollect, we've seen, as you can see over here. So this is Ramanathpuram, where Rameshwaram is. You can see Sri Rama Setu, right? And the bridge connects from here all the way to Sri Lanka. Underwater coral bridge. They also call it as Adam's Bridge or Rama Setu. So whenever you go to Rameshwaram, please do visit these places. So here's a satellite view of it from Sri Lanka. So this is actually from India to Sri Lanka. Here you can see how the bridge, is built from India to Sri Lanka. Okay. So yes, with that, we have come to the end of today's Kanda. That is Yuddha Kanda. Ravana is dead and Lord Ramachandra is coronated, right? So tomorrow is the last day of our camp. I'm feeling sad. I think you're also feeling sad, right? But then it is only the last day of the camp. But your love, devotion for Lord Rama should increase day by day. Okay? You should become more and more devoted to Lord Ramachandra because you've seen how merciful both Lord Rama and Mother Sita are. Okay? All right. So I was about to, show you the surprise gift, but I'll keep you in suspense for one more day. I'm going to show you tomorrow what is it that you're going to receive. Okay, so let me first announce yesterday's winner. Just give me 1 second. Yesterday's winner is Shaurya Rathi. She is the winner for day 5 from our batch. Shaurya Rathi, if you're attending the session, please make sure you send your address. It's very important to our office number. I request Dhanraj Prabhu to please post the office number once again in the chat box. So please send it only there because this is your personal information. Stay safe. Do not post it anywhere in the chat or comment or description. Okay. Copy that number and send it on WhatsApp to us. So again, I repeat, Shaurya Rathi, congratulations, dear. Okay. So before we, take up the questions, let's play Nama Ramayan of this Kanda. It's a little lengthy one, but let's meditate on Lord Rama. Give me a minute. I want to play that for you. So my request is, please repeat, when the younger sister is singing. So it is nice. Then we'll also read the meaning, so we'll be able to connect to it better. Okay. So I would request all of you to please hear it with devotion and also repeat. Okay, so that was so wonderful, isn't it? So wonderful to hear. And I'm seeing in many comments, this is the best Kanda that, that you've heard, that you've ever heard. Yes, it is, because killing of the demon happened and reuniting of Mother Sita. So it's a wonderful, very touching, very moving Kanda. Yes. So before we proceed, I would like to read the meaning of this Ramayana. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is the translation. Please hear it carefully so that you can meditate more. Okay, Yuddha Kanda. Ravana Nidhana Prasthita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who set out for destroying Ravana. Vanara Sainya Samavrita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who was surrounded by the army of monkeys. Shoshita Saridhi Sharthita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who requested the king of ocean to give way and subsequently threatened to dry him. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Rama. Rama Rama Jaya Sita Rama. Vibhishana Bhaya Dayaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who gave assurance of fearlessness to Vibhishana when he took refuge. Parvata Setu Nibandhaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who created a bridge across the sea by binding rocks. Kumbhakarna Shirachedaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who cut off the head of Kumbhakarna in the battle. Rakshasa Sangha Vimardaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who crushed the army of demons in the battle. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Rama, Rama Rama Jaya Sita Rama. Ahimahiravana Charana Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who destroyed Mahiravana through Hanuman, who trapped him in Patala Loka. Samhrita Dashamukha Ravana Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who destroyed the 10-faced Ravana in the battle. Vidhi Baba Mukha Sura Samstuta Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who was praised by Brahma, Shiva, and Devas. Swasthita Dasharatha Vikshita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, whose divine deeds were seen by Dasharatha from heaven. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Rama, Rama Rama Jaya Sita Rama. Sita Darshana Modita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who was delighted seeing Devi Sita after the battle. Abhishekta Vibhishana Natarama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who was reverentially saluted by Vibhishana, who was coronated by him. Pushpakayana Rohana Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who ascended the Pushpaka Vimana for returning to Ayodhya. Bharadwajadi Nishevana Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who visited sage Bharadwaja and other sages. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Rama, Rama Rama Jaya Sita Rama. Bharata Prana Priyakara Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who brought joy to the life of Bharata after his return. Saketa Puri Bhushana Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who adorned the city of Ayodhya after his return from Lanka. Sakala Sviya Samanata Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who treated everyone equally as his own people. Ratnalasat Pithasthita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who was seated on the throne studded with shining jewels. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Rama, Rama Rama Jaya Sita Rama. Pattabhisheka Lankrita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who was adorned with the royal crown during coronation. Parthiva Kula Sammanita Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who honored the assembly of kings during his coronation. Vibhishanarpita Rangakarama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who offered the idol of Sri Ranganatha to Vibhishana during the coronation ceremony. Keshakulanu Grahakara Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who showered his grace on the Sun dynasty, Surya Vamsha. Rama Rama Jaya Raja Rama, Rama Rama Jaya Sita Rama. Sakala Jiva Samrakshaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who is guardian of all living beings. Samastaloka dharaka Rama. I take refuge in Sri Rama, who is the supporter of all the three worlds, of all the worlds, actually. Right? So beautiful. Now, with the meaning, you'll be able to meditate even more on Lord Ramachandra. Okay. So the quiz link most of you asking will be posted after the question and answer sessions. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Don't miss out because we're going to have the final Kanda, the Uttara Kanda, discuss tomorrow. We're also going to discuss the quiz of all 7 days. And we also have a surprise for you all. We're going to discuss about harmonics. And the surprise gift will be revealed tomorrow. So I hope nobody's going to miss the last day's session. Okay. All right, children. So let me take up the questions. Let's see. What are the questions we have here? Where was Indrajit killed? Of course, in Lanka, but to be specific, I think it is Nikumbhila forest. Okay, the name of the forest is Nikumbhila. What about Vibhishana's wife? Of course, when Vibhishana was coronated as the king of Lanka, she became the queen and they got united. They were very happy after that. What did Ravana use to trick Sita Mata? So he had like a person who was pretty good in tricking. He himself was a magician, a mystic yogi, but still it was Vidyut Jihva. Okay, he called him and he told him to trick her with the head of Rama and bow and arrows. So it was all like made up. It looked like as if it was real, but it was not. So that's what he used. Did Lakshmana save Rama from Nagastra? Both were fighting and both were attacked by the Nagastra at the same time. That's why they both fell unconscious. Oh yes, thank you so much. What is the activity for today? I forgot to mention the activity is, let's see how many of your poets from within. Okay, we want you to write at least 4 lines. If you can write 8 lines, like 4 lines, 1 stanza and 4 lines, another stanza, that's fantastic. But otherwise, if you can actually write 4 lines of poem, okay, it should be specific to Yuddha Kanda. Maybe you can glorify your favorite character. You can glorify the whole Kanda. I leave it completely to you. But it should be a beautiful poem you have to write. And please take a photo of that. Put it on your Google Drive. Share the link with us in our WhatsApp group. As well as you can post it in the description and comment section. Please share the phone number in which I should share the address. Okay, I think the phone number is not put up. I'm going to do it right away. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so here's the phone number. I've just pasted it. Okay, and Sindhura Mataji has put up the activity. Write a 4-line poem related to Yuddha Kanda and post it in the comment section. So here's the contact number. So I request only the winner. Okay, it's only the winner who has to share the address because they will be receiving the gift. Okay. Right, let's see what is the next question. What is the name of the mountain which Hanuman carried? It's called the Dronagiri. Dronagiri mountain, which had all the herbs. So he got it from Himalaya because he could not find the herbs. He just brought the entire mountain. Okay. People say that Ram's color was white. Some say blue, others say green. What was the actual color? On day 1, we discussed it was bluish green. Now have you all heard many people saying this is Rama green, bottle green, that is somewhat closer. So it's not white, it's not blue, it's not green, it's greenish blue, bluish green or greenish blue. Okay, that was the actual beautiful color of Lord Ramachandra, and that's what is mentioned in the scriptures. In the scriptures, for every avatar of the Lord, the color, how he looks, every description is also given. Okay. Fresh green grass color. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, do we have any other questions? Let me see. Did they have a son? You mean you're asking about Vibhishana and His wife, nothing as such is mentioned. So children, sometimes what happens is the role assigned to certain people is over and no further mention of it is given in the Valmiki Ramayana. So there's no specific mention of whether Vibhishana and his wife had a child. But of course, Lord Rama and Mother Sita did. That is Lavakusha, right? So yeah. It can be in English. Okay, asking about the poem. It can be in English. If you're good at Sanskrit, you can write. If you want to write it in Hindi, see, pick up these because let's keep these three: Sanskrit, English, or Hindi. Because if you write in your own mother tongue and if we cannot read, then it becomes challenging. So maybe you can write it in English or Sanskrit if you're good at it, or in Hindi. That's fine. You can. But don't write in any other local languages because then it will become very, very challenging. We should know, then we should sit and learn all the languages. Okay, let me see if there are any more questions. Okay, Vibhishana's wife's name was Sarama, Sarama, Sarama. That was his wife's name. Yeah, sort of teal. Okay. Why did Ramji send Sita? Okay, maybe you can wait for it. We can discuss it tomorrow, but just to give you a heads up, yes. There were certain citizens. There was specifically one, particular family, one person who was actually spreading this news, right? How did Lord Rama accept Mother Sita when she was with Ravana for 1 year? How did he accept her? How is that possible? Right? So Rama is the king of the Lord, right? So, I mean, king of the entire universe, and he was the Lord himself. So to show how a king should be, he actually set an example by sending Mother Sita to the forest. More details we'll discuss later. If you can write the meaning, it will be lovely. Soumya Gupta, it will be fantastic if you can write the meaning. Yes. Okay. What happened to Ravana's wife? I think he had so many wives, right? So many Rakshasis, many of them, might have got killed. Again, Mandodari and all. See, what happened was once Vibhishana became the king, everything was on the path of righteousness because he was ruling the kingdom wonderfully. So many of them, including Shurpanaka and, the wives of Ravana, they all were under his shelter. And after the pastime, time was over, they all went back to their respective places. Who all went to Ravana's palace to send peace message? Actually, initially it was Hanuman. Well, he went peacefully, but then Ravana humiliated, so he got angry, of course. And when the battle was about to begin, it was Angada. Okay, Angada was sent as a peace messenger. Trijata's father, why would you want to know? Was Trijata was, the Rakshasi who was actually being very favorable to Mother Sita. She's also, I think somewhere it's mentioned, but I'm not really sure about authenticity. So give us some time, we can check and mention. We're not sure if she's really Vibhishana's daughter, but I'll give you the confirmation. Okay. Right. Jeshwita. Oh, it's Jeshwita, is it? Okay. Soumya, I'm calling you Soumya Gupta. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? If not, we'll close it for today. But please don't forget to log in tomorrow, the last day. We would all love to meet you all. We don't want to, miss saying goodbye. Of course, goodbyes are not permanent. It's temporary. We'll soon be meeting. But then we have a lot of things to discuss. So please don't miss joining tomorrow at the same time. Until then, be in Rama Hanuman conscious, and don't forget to write your beautiful poem. If you can also give us the meaning, it will be fantastic. Okay. You did not receive the phone number. I have just pasted it. You can see in the comment section. If you want, I can post it again. I've put it in the chat window actually, not the comment section. So yeah, I posted it once again. Okay, Ravana's father's name is another question. Of course, it's Vishrava, as we discussed yesterday. Vishrava was Ravana's father's name. No, Bhagwat, I've just posted the phone number once again. Just now I posted, just above your message. And children, so the quiz link is also posted. Yes. Any questions after the quiz, we will take it up tomorrow. Okay. So the remaining questions, whichever you asked, if it is not answered, we will take up the questions tomorrow and we'll answer. Yes, sure, Bhagwat. Thank you so much for all your attention and your devotion to Lord Rama. Right? Thank you so much, children. I'll meet you all tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Till then, take care. Good night. Hare Krishna.